Until then, we are faceless.
Yeah, we're ready.
Faceless shadow men.
Shadow men?
Yes.
We're actually shadows from Persona.
Persona. Yo.
Yeah, what's
Sup,
up,
stream?
guys? Welcome back.
This is the
oh,
Spiral Series highlight reel.
yes, this Spiral Series highlight reel. Sure.
Sure.
SHR. Yeah, sure.
Season 2.
Season 2, episode 1. Uno. Alright, guys. So basically, if you guys don't know what's going on, live from Arizona, we're just going to highlight what happened during the last Ranbat, have a little bit of highlights, spotlight, player spotlight, and so forth. Today is titled Oh My, because I love George Takei.
He just loves Captain Sulu, man.
Oh my.
As you'll notice, we do have Ninja Nom and Fizzy Coast myself hosting today instead of the usual Samuji and a guest. This is a little bit of a special treat for you guys. Hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, you know what? Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Myself.
Your role in the scene, whatnot.
Well, I grew up in a small town in West Philadelphia where I was born and raised. Okay, no.
I'm pretty sure you were not born there.
No, I'm Fizzy Cups. I play mostly Marvel. I'm sure all you guys here in AZ know me. I'm very friendly. Always wanted to talk to you guys. Even if I don't play your game, AE, I always want to talk to you guys. I'm here.
You here?
I'm here.
You here?
Not much else to say.
That's cool. That's cool. Not saying anything about you and Marvel, but alright.
Okay, I like to play Marvel. I'd say I typically get top 3 here.
Let's see.
I actually won the last Ranbat season, which is last Ranbat. I actually won the last Ranbat, the 2.1, which is pretty cool. It's my first time ever getting first place, so it was very exciting for me.
Which is what we're going to be talking about.
Yes.
Nice. Well, congratulations to you. And well, if you guys have not known me yet, I'm Ninja Nom, always on the mic for every Ranbat. You'll see me on mostly Marvel, sometimes AE. And basically, everyone loves my voice or whatever. And I play Marvel. I play Team Nemo. I'm the copycat. Alright? Alright.
It's okay. We got Team Nemo, Team B represented up here. It's okay. Team BMO.
Yeah, we're not very original, are we?
Hey, we gotta call ourselves Team BMO. You know, like that character from Adventure Time?
No. I hate that show.
Yo. Okay, we're done. Let's move on.
Alright. So now we're gonna talk about the results of the last Ranbat. It's very interesting. Okay, so here we're gonna start off with KI, Killer Instinct. Alright. So first place, rounding out, we have Saber. And then second place with TGZ Sober from the venue itself. Yes.
Gaming Zone guy. Really cool guys.
Shoutouts to the Gaming Zone.
Shouts to Gaming Zone for hosting us every single Ranbat.
Yeah.
They're really cool.
Macho Punk, Dr. Dog. Oh, I see Dr. Dog playing Spinal. Godsaw, Bap, and Dragon Ninja, and Lycanthos. So, these results not too surprising. I see that Saber has put in a lot of work. I see every night he actually goes to the TGZ just to publicly train with everyone else. So
he really loves this game. I talk to him sometimes about it. I am actually personally glad to see the KI scene is growing. I see 20 entrants. That's not bad for such a new game, especially on a new system.
Yeah, correct.
KI is a new addition to the Ranbat this season, and it looks like it's gotten a lot of success so far, which is good. It's always good to introduce a new game.
20 entrants.
Yeah.
20 entrants for a very new game like that.
A new game.
For Xbox One.
A new game, new console.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people can afford to, get an Xbox One and practice, but they're all making the effort to come out and make sure the scene grows, and I like to see that.
That's definitely something noteworthy.
Yes.
Alright. So next tournament was actually our next game was Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Oh look, surprise! Z3S taking first place once again. And then following that was Saber and AIAB Kyoku from Tucson. Old Man River, Rick Dog, Rocknin, Swoops, and Red. Z3S has been kind of dominating this game since last season. I'm pretty sure he won the last season as well.
I'm pretty sure he did, yeah.
Yeah.
He is this is his pretty much his game. He loves this game, I think. And he's always Z3S Abe. I've seen him with his Tucson crew. He's very I want to say he's like a father figure to them. Like he's very always coaching them.
Right.
Always, like, hey, you messed up, and like, hey, that was a good play.
Right.
Letting them know what they improved. So I can tell he's got a lot of passion for this game, and just for the players in general. Actually,
Yeah.
he's a very really good guy to have in our scene, I think.
Yeah. Another thing that's noteworthy is that even though there are a low number of entrants for Cross Tekken, it's actually one of the most consistent. So these players that you actually see all the time, you will for sure see them almost every Ranbat.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not like the bigger games where you get like 56 entrants, but only about half of them are going to show up the next week.
Right? Yeah.
Like these are the guys like this game, love this game. They're going to be
Mhm.
taking it to the majors. They're going to be playing it at Evo, trying to place high.
Yeah. Yeah. Street Fighter Cross Tekken, ladies and gentlemen. All right, what's next?
We got Street Fighter 4
Nice.
Arcade Edition. We got first place World 8 Driftwood playing the Fei Long. I know you like that. Second place Mr. SNK repping that Honda as usual. Third AIAB Kyoku playing slew of characters this time. Fourth place our very own Ranbat organizer SSE Samuji. Fifth place we got Rick Dog, a lot tied with Luminaire. And then seventh place we got Saber and AIAB Japanese Steve.
Oh,
That's quite a large number. See, I've seen Street Fighter 4 getting a lot of numbers lately. This one actually had 41 entrants this time.
41.
And I actually want to say Street Fighter 4 is getting a lot more entrants since the announcement of Ultra than even Marvel, which is typically our biggest game.
Right.
It's good to see like there's a lot of interest picking back up in this game. I know a lot of people talked about they don't like the game anymore, they're gonna be dropping it, but just this new edition, this Ultra coming out, is getting a lot of interest back in the game.
Right, and I mean, like every Ranbat that starts, there's always a huge number of AE players.
Yeah.
There's a huge influx. I'm actually glad to see that. I'm actually interested in seeing how the season will end, and then when Ultra comes out, if we're gonna get even more numbers than 41.
Yeah.
This actually kind of delayed our tournament quite a bit. But as you can see here, Driftwood, one of the ex-Arizona players, actually came back with Fei Long. I think he won some of the previous tournaments that he's come back with.
Yeah, I recall like last season he came for a few, and I believe he did win them. I want to say like I actually watched the grand finals. It was really, really interesting. I saw Driftwood and Mr. SNK playing, and Mr. SNK was in losers finals. No, sorry, Driftwood was in losers finals.
Right.
And he won the first set, and then the next set he seemed like he got Mr. SNK like downloaded him. He just was doing very, very well. But it was still a very long, very, very exciting set to watch.
And one more thing that's noteworthy is actually, I think, third place at AIAB Kyoku, aka Marvin. Look at his characters.
Yeah.
It's just all basically counter picks,
Yeah.
He never stuck with one. He actually chose Dawson for some, Dictator for others. His main character is Dictator, but I'm surprised to see that many amount of characters. People only pull out one, a main and a pocket, but it's a lot. I think that might be the new thing, the new.
Yeah, that's what I like. That's what I like about Street Fighter is counterpicking actually is very, very strong in the game, and
Yeah.
I feel like it's a very integral part of the metagame is you have to pick the right character to play the right matchup.
Right.
Whereas you see like the top two are only one character. You see Kyoku most likely had to whip out those three characters a good amount of times each, probably an even ratio depending on who he was playing.
Right. Well, here we go. This is you could say not really our main
Not our main
entree,
game
but
anymore.
and the number of entrants at 27, but here we are. SSE Fizzy Cups yourself taking up first place.
Yeah.
We got White Tower, LXG Akbar at second place. Once again, our very own Sumuji rounding at third. And then BT Angelic at fourth. Ford at fifth. Lil Steve at fifth. And then has RJC SSE Tubazo. AKA, what was it? Alphabet Soup Tubazo?
Alphabet Soup Tubazo.
And Wenster, actually sitting right behind me right there. Hey.
Yo, say hi to the people.
So what do you got to say about this top 8 right here?
I think it's one interesting thing I thought was top 5 was actually the Team Arizona for final round. It's the 5 people you see: Fizzy Cups, Akbar, Samuji, Angelic, Ford are the 5 people we're sending to final round for the Curly Mustache Battle Royale. If you go back and watch the archives for that the finals, a couple final matches, you'll just see team member after team member after team member playing each other. And it was very I think it was very indicative of where I think this is a very good ranking, maybe an accurate ranking of where the people are in our state right now.
So basically, whoever came and attended the tournament, this is the rankings that is mostly accurate.
Yeah,
Is what you're
I would say this is mostly accurate for the
Right.
maybe not the order necessarily,
Mhm.
like but the top. But these people in the top 8, I believe they are very strong contenders for the top 8
Right.
in general of Arizona.
I can see that the top 5 actually consists of the team that's going to final round,
Yeah.
representing us.
Yeah, like
And
I said, those 5: myself, Akbar, Samooji, Angelic, and Forward. One thing I would like to notice is with our tournament, like I know traveling recently, I've seen a lot of people, a lot of tournaments have the top, top 8, whatever, have a lot of similar teams. One thing I noticed with our top 8s are they usually have a lot of variety. You see, ours, there are no repeating point characters. There are very few repeating characters at all. There's 2 Dantes, 3 Dooms, and 2 Striders, but everything else is different. Like Spencer, Frank, Magneto Sentinel, Zero, Wolverine, Dormammu,
Right.
Shuma.
Yeah. You have a huge variety of playing styles and character selection.
Yeah.
Nice. Alright, guys. That was the results. So next, we will have our player spotlight for you. You guys are gonna love this one. You guys been waiting for it.
Cue drumroll.
That's the player spotlight. It's John Toy, aka Samooji.
Our very own tournament organizer himself, the sponsor for this lovely show, John Toy.
Look at him.
Hugging that stick.
Enjoying that $200
X-Bone stick.
X-Bone.
X-Bone.
Right? Alright, so this man, hailing from Arizona, affiliated, and also one of the creators of Spyro Series Entertainment. Look at his resume of games there.
He plays everything, man.
Basically, he plays all the games that are at the Ranbat, so he can actually legitly run the tournaments and still win.
Hey man, you can win your own tournaments. Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, of course not. Helps with the the pot for next Ranbat. So obviously, the characters that he tends to play very fast, agile, mix-up heavy characters.
He loves those mix-ups, the vortex,
yes.
Whatever you want to call it.
He also likes to play girls with ponytails.
Girls with ponytails. Zero counts. He's got a long ponytail.
Yeah, and he's got those breasts in the front too.
So he plays what? Zero in Marvel, Ibuki in AE, Lily in Cross Tekken, Sadira in KI. Yeah. That's yeah, you're right. They are all girls with long hair.
They have a lot of mobility and just huge mix-ups all day.
Huge wake-up game, huge just mix-ups. Oh man.
Right. So this guy. Let's
see. So some of the notable tournaments he's appeared at: Devastation 2010 to 2011, Evo 2010 all the way to 2013, still competing in that. Back when the Hasbats were a thing, always going there, helping run those as well. Then he did. I know he's often made trips to San Diego to participate in their Marvel Mondays.
Right.
Ryan Tang knows him. He's very good friends with them. And Dirty Lickens, I believe that's the Hawaiian tournament. That's where I believe he actually took a trip to Hawaii for his job and then went and won the tournament or something like that.
Weird. Wow.
Basically fought off a whole island by himself.
Arizona taking over the world one by one. One state at a time.
One state at a time.
Oh man, you can also catch this guy actually streaming and making music out of his guitar. Singing too. I've actually listened to this man sing and play the guitar at the same time. Like he's saying Utada Hikaru. Like Japanese. I'm like, what the hell? Like can you get any more talented, man?
He's a very, very talented man.
Get this man out of here.
In addition to the music, dude, he's good. He's a programmer, good with electronics, computers, and he plays fighting games.
Right.
That's quite the resume this guy's got. And he's only like what, 25?
I think he's younger than that. He's 26.
26. Oh yeah, his birthday was recently. Well,
right. Ladies, well, if you haven't, if you're not busy for the weekend.
He also enjoys long walks on the beach and romantic candlelight dinners.
He also enjoys soft knockdown too.
Soft knockdown.
Man. This man. Alright guys. Well, speaking of Samooji, we're actually going to get to the what we wanted to do a match analysis in a Marvel match between SSE Samooji versus Ford. So hold on, let me grab that match for you guys real quick. So going into this match, Samooji playing Zero May Strider.
Yeah.
And Ford playing
Sea Viper, Doom, Strider.
Yeah, Viper, Doom, Strider. Both of them having a Strider anchor, but one with a vertical assist, the other with a horizontal assist. So you're gonna see how these these different styles kind of clash and
Yeah.
how they play the neutral up until stuff happens.
It's very interesting. Like both these players, I think, are very good at neutral game. Forward,
Right.
very, very popular here in Arizona for just playing a very strong neutral game. Smooji, of course, has a very strong neutral game. He plays it very strongly with the Zero and Jam Session and Strider.
Right, here we go.
Both players are very,
Both of them
very
have
strong in
very
that regard.
strong neutral.
Neutral. All right.
Do you have it set right?
All right, guys. You seeing that?
You might
already?
want to check.
Yeah, there we
you
go.
go.
Excuse us, just a couple technical things. All right, here we go.
All right.
Here we got starting with I know forward does like to sit back a lot and call Seismo.
Yes.
He's opting to go in right now though. See, they're both waiting for the Strider's assist to
Right.
go down, which I do actually like to see. They're both waiting for that homing assist to go away before they go in.
Yeah.
So if you get tagged with it just once, it's a dead character for either side.
And we don't quite see a dead character, but it seems right here.
Let's see. A dropped combo into the scramble.
Meanest man. No punish. Happy birthday.
So-
That was that didn't quite turn out well for Ford there. So a scramble that didn't quite go in Ford's favor.
Yeah.
Myyyy actually got.
He got the strong advantage over that.
Seems like I feel like Ford should have just backed off just a little bit.
Yeah.
Really feel some people feel like person drops a combo, you gotta go in. Capitalize on their mistake, but didn't quite go out in Ford's favor that time. And
Yeah, he wanted to try and punish it or just shift the momentum to his favor, and now this happened.
Man.
I want to say that's I think Arizona is at least Arizona players notice that we're very known for wanting to go in, like wanting to keep the momentum in our favor, wanting to keep the aggression going. Like a lot of our top players, the majority of our top players, I think, have that characteristic, and sometimes it gets you in trouble, like what we saw in that last match.
Yeah. So you just saw Smooji actually tried to do a snapback at the beginning of the round.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make note of that. He didn't quite have the charge there, so he went for this reset. Didn't quite get anything, but decides to not press it too much.
Yeah.
Kind of learned this lesson a little bit back at the first game.
Yeah, he decided to just slow it down a little and take it back, get the patience.
Pizza
get the neutral
cutter.
reset.
More drop combos. That's okay. We got busted. We got soft knockdown. Ooh. Actually, most people get hit by that, but Ford scouting it with a jab.
Didn't that jab, man? Doom's jab is really good.
Right. There we go. Ford only pressing it when he has Vajra coming in, like right there.
Yeah, he's waiting for his assist to cover it, and then
Smart though. He actually did the fisticuffs. Advanced guard fall down with pizza cutter, right?
It's really good. I'm telling you, especially against aggressive players.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's a legit tactic, and we're going to see a dead Doom. Question here is, what is Smooji going to do?
Let's see. Now he knows that he's got X Factor, so he's waiting for any chance to.
The blocks.
I think Ford's looking for any chance to guard cancel, but now he's staying back. I want to say Smooji was looking for the
Vajra. End this.
I want to say Smooji is aware that he's got the X Factor, and he knows if he makes one mistake when rushing down, he's gonna guard cancel and get Zero killed. So I want to say that's why he's sitting back and zoning him out.
I mean, it's kind of easy for Ford to just teleport and X Factor or whatever. It's a free get in basically.
Yeah.
But right here, couldn't quite escape that.
See, he forced him to use X Factor because he was getting chipped out slowly, but he just had to pop it, and now he's going in.
Oh, scouted the double jump. That was very good, actually.
Very good, yeah. He knows a lot of characters with double jumps will automatically do it, and
that guard cancel didn't work in Muji's favor for the X Factor. I'm not sure what he wanted there. He might have tried to anti-air it.
I have no idea what happened there, why he got hit. The instant overhead.
This is gonna be fine. He's out of X Factor. Smooji actually has a lot of immunity. It seems like he's being more cautious right now. Actually trying to zone him. Looks like he's looking for something. All right, all right.
That moment right there.
That was too good. That was too
That
good.
was
I
really
gotta
good.
show you guys. That was too good. Can I actually go back to that point?
Let's go.
I can't.
Are you clicking it?
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Give it a
So
few
you
seconds.
actually see that it turns from crystal to million carats,
Yeah.
right? And you can actually cancel right here by just it's actually kind of lenient. See that?
Yeah, it's a very. I play Dante, so I can tell you it's very, very, very lenient timing on this, canceling it like that.
Yeah, so the crystal would have worked as a defensive thing if Ford would have come from the forward, or Ford would have come from the very like face, right?
Yeah,
in
if
front,
he just tried running in at him.
Right, but then if he sees a teleport, he just reacts with one button.
Yeah, it's very, very smart adjusted on Smoochie's end.
All right, so now we see actually a little bit different approach here. He's going for more eye laser beams.
Yeah, he's going for the lasers and the seismos. This is his zoning formation, I call it.
The zoning formation.
It's like you sit back, you seismo, zone him with seismo. Don't get hit.
Getting with that typical zero hit, wait for someone to press a button, buster in the face.
It's the best punish.
Right?
It's so good too, because you just have to release the button and punish.
Well, here we go. So once again, Viper actually not doing anything in this match.
Yeah.
And then Doom actually gets hit as he's supposed to. But I believe Myyyy is gonna go for a snap right here.
Yeah, right there.
But he has to count.
He got the hit but dropped it.
It was kind of low, or the character was kind of high for him.
Yeah. You see the buster missed him right when he was on the way down.
That's a tough break. That's a tough break.
There we go.
Oh wow! He actually faked the high and just went straight to the low. Oh! Teleport mix-ups. I mean, when Strider is an X Factor with meter, okay, goes for the snap. Another guard cancel not in his favor.
See, here's the thing too: is a lot of these teams both are their anchors are X Factor dependent. So when you see someone snap a man, you'll see them pop the X Factor very fast.
Yeah.
I believe the philosophy here is my anchor is in, I need to pop X Factor before they die.
Oh, try to slide in on the assist. So Ouroboros kind of doing some work on Anchor Strider, but actually just got caught. I'm not sure. I think Smoochie wanted to kind of catch him off guard and the assist, but Doom try-dashing didn't let him do that.
Actually, most Strider players I see will put the satellite up before doing that poke.
Right.
So I think maybe he
must have messed up the satellite.
Yeah, I imagine he probably meant to put the satellite on, or he just did it.
Or he just wanted to do YOLO raw
gram.
Right. Okay. Here we go. We're going in.
What's the
second snapback at the very beginning.
Second time he's tried that in the set.
And that's 0 for 2.
Yeah.
But seemed to be safe actually. Smoochie actually went in and got the hit too.
Yeah.
Once again, Viper not doing anything really.
Zero is a very tough matchup for these ground-based characters like Viper or Wolverine or Spencer.
Yeah. Ooh, great mix-up. That was very ambiguous.
I like that. It was very ambiguous. It was very simplistic compared to what you see most Zeros play, but it was very, very effective. Sometimes you just have to simplify it.
Right here, tries to team super, get him off.
Yeah. He wants to stop the momentum from Zero going, I think.
The real question is he gonna snap again?
Well,
again, he does.
See, I mean, is forward blocked? Was this the first time forwards blocked the incoming mix-up with Zero though, or against Zero?
He has actually. He has not really gotten mixed up on the snapback. He did get hit during the incoming on the, I believe, the first match.
Okay.
Or was it the second match? It was first match.
See, well, Dante does.
Ooh. That's the dirty stuff.
That's the setup I hate.
That was the dirty stuff. Your opponent's looking at Vajra, looking to block it, then you just let him land and grab him.
Just walks up and grabs you, dude.
Scoops.
Ooh, here we go. Put on Ouroboros. I want to see, is he going to pop X Factor? Yeah. Tell Forward wants to end this match right now.
I mean, it's not that hard, right? So, I mean, now we go up to 2-2. What adjustments can we see here?
I want to see. He's not going to start with another snap, is he?
He might not. But you can see, here he sniped Doom.
Yeah.
So look at this. Did you see that? That was pretty crazy.
Doom?
Yeah, no. Watch this. Here we go. We're gonna start. He's actually gonna start calling Strider.
Ooh.
Do you see that? He's size mode, hit 0, and then absorb the hit. Let's watch again. Hit him again with a size mode into Vajra, and look what happens here.
Ooh,
he actually jump cancel focused and absorbed the Vajra, and now he's gonna hit confirm.
That's a really strong adjustment from forward too.
Yeah, that is some high level stuff. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that was, oh man, that blew my mind when I kind of looked back at it. So he saw that Sumuji is actually kind of trying to, you know, snipe Doom, but this time he calls Vajra to kind of hinder his movement a little bit more and use the focus attack to move in slowly. He's kind of trying to do it now, but it's not working in his favor quite well. But.
Yeah, I want to say Dante doesn't really have a reason to be hitting as many buttons as like a Zero would unleash Buster. But he sniffs out an airplay. He knows he was doing the jump airplay a lot to keep Sea Viper at bay. So he sniffed that out and did a Seismo.
Uh-oh.
That crouch medium.
Oh, smart. Do you see? Nah, he's gonna keep him in.
Yeah, he's going to get the Ouroboros going. Saving his X Factor,
oh,
which is...
wow.
Wow.
Patient blocking.
He just pretty much baited forward into wasting, like, what, 2 bars on that?
Yeah. That was... Oh! Wow.
So very good use.
That's the power of Strider's jam session.
That's right there. I want to say that's very good, like, improvisation. Like, this is a team order. He's not used to, like, you know, your anchor behind your second character. Well, TAC.
Bam. That was a good match.
That was a pretty good match.
A couple things there. Actually, he realized that he needed to do some strong mix-ups and burn the X Factor on Doom. Yeah. Because Strider, as long as he has a jam session, there's not much that Strider can do afterwards, even with double jump and Excalibur and whatnot. So it was a good decision making by Sumuji right there, and to actually surprisingly use Ouroboros here. Most of the time, people don't use Ouroboros without X Factor, right?
Yeah.
But actually, it was a really good call because it made forward kind of panic a little and use up 2 bars. And right here, that was
that double jump. Yeah, I see what you mean. Like he wanted to put the pressure on forward and force forward to make a mistake, and that's definitely something I don't see a lot of here in Arizona.
Yeah, watch it. Did you see that? When you take a grab and you don't press a button, you're actually invincible until you hit the ground.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah, I just wanted to show you that he actually was invincible until he hit jam session onto the ground.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's actually very interesting.
Yeah, that's a very interesting little tidbit of special technology that you might have not known.
Special tech.
Right, yeah.
I definitely like seeing that though. Like I don't see a lot of people put pressure on you like to force you to make mistakes here. Like I just see a lot of especially in Arizona, like just a lot of going in, you know, calling your assist going
Call
in.
assist, go in, right?
It's definitely like that kind of like metagaming, I want to say. You force your opponent to make a mistake, waste their resources trying to get out of your pressure, your mix ups.
I think something to note there was that he also he kept Strider Dante in that order just so it kind of kept it a little fresh. Something that Ford probably wouldn't have expected, because he was probably expecting him to DHC or raw tag Dante back in.
Yeah.
But then he decided to kind of play a little bit out of Ford's comfort zone and, you know, try something new and played the Strider jam session and see how that worked out. And I think that worked out pretty well.
It worked very well. It's like very mixing it up, you know, keeping your stuff from getting stale, keeping from getting too predictable. It's very, very smart. That's basically how you play, like, at a higher level, is you have to be willing to play out of your comfort zone so your opponent doesn't get too comfortable with your play.
Right. What better for your opponent to sit there and wait for you to raw tag, and then you're just like, no, I'm going in, man. Right? That's like a free get in. That's just like a great mind game, great tactic in general.
It's very much like once you have your opponent, you know, blocking and waiting, like, well, you let up the pressure. So here we go.
Right. Yeah. It's actually Fizzy Cup. No, for this one right here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, thanks. Yeah, so I really like that match. That's why I actually chose that match.
That match is very, very. I think that was probably one of the best matches of the tournament.
Yeah.
Like from a spectator point of view.
What do you think about that crystal though?
That crystal was really good.
That crystal.
Kudos to Sumuji.
Yes. There's actually 2 things that I really liked about that match, which was the million carrots and then the little neutral gaming thing that Ford did with Seismo into focus attack.
Focus.
I think
Yeah.
that was genius.
That was very, very, very smart. Like
Yeah.
very smart plays from both of these players. Like both players actually known for making like very smart plays, playing very intelligently.
Yep. So actually now we're gonna just roll on into our little special segment.
Yes.
The one that you guys all been waiting for.
Yo.
Alright guys, so basically titled Slow and Steady Wins the Race. Right? This is actually not the match that we're gonna be but basically what I wanted to talk about was like, it's Marvel versus Capcom 3 and people are moving at like 1,000,000 miles per hour. Buttons are pressed. Is this really the way to play? Right? And I keep talking about it, and my mentor Angelic keeps talking about it too. You gotta, when things don't go your way, you gotta slow down the match. I'm like, how do you do that? How do you do that, Angelic Senpai? I don't know. But basically, what I'm trying to get at is that a lot of times we go into these things called scramble, the scramble, right?
The scramble.
And so basically, like the match that we just saw at the very beginning, Sumuji versus Ford, a lot of stuff happened, man. Just buttons, projectiles being thrown, buttons being pressed, meter being thrown left and right. People coming down with buttons, but it was not a sure. No one was sure about what the outcome was gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. It's just a lot of people doing things,
right?
And like, well, I'm gonna get this hit eventually, hopefully.
And these players coming in, they don't know what's gonna happen either, but they play with the risk.
Yeah.
They want to get the momentum going. They feel like they got the hit and they dropped the combo.
They want to repick it up.
Yeah, they don't want to have to. Wow. They didn't want to have to replay the neutral again.
Yeah.
To actually gain the hit again, and so they might not be very confident in their neutral. Maybe perhaps they got the hit and they're like, oh man, I worked so hard to get this hit. I earn it. I'm gonna continue doing whatever, or maybe he dropped a combo on me. I'm gonna capitalize on his mistake now. But in fact, it's not true because you're kind of sitting at a weird, state of like, this clusterfuck. You don't know what the hell is going on, but you think you're gonna make something out of it, but you don't, right? So I'm gonna start off this match real quick. Right here, this is actually you versus Akbar.
The first one or the second one?
The first one. This is not the grand finals. So yes, this is the first one.
Really
this one's gonna be pretty good. I'm gonna let it play out. Things seem to be going pretty cleanly right now. They are, Frank West doing his thing.
Yes, Frank.
And then we might see at a moment where things get a little chaotic, right? Maybe you can give me your inputs about, your thoughts into it, or
I definitely. You actually will see, like, if you look at our reactions.
This is actually why I chose this match too.
Like, you see both players do recognize, like, well, that was pretty bad.
Yeah, right. So Akbar couldn't quite get away from you. Look at this. This is Sentinel versus a full team. Right here, and you got hit.
I got hit.
Not sure. No rolling, or
it's sometimes you just don't cancel. Some of his normals you can't cancel out of, like, at the very beginning of startup.
Right. All right. So Akbar looking for the hit. Kind of.
See, this is really hard for Akbar too, because you're playing with Sentinel. It's really hard to get a hit. I dropped a combo. And
then you dropped a combo, but you didn't really make much out of it. So you backed off a little bit, recognized, 2 meters, 2 characters, and a whack bot. What is he gonna do, right? So then, whoa. Oh, not a good trade, right? That was actually pretty good in Akbar's decision right there.
Yeah, that was actually, I remember that moment, he did it, and I'm like, I already hit the button. Crap.
Crap. Alright, so actually Dante is kind of a weird character, I assume, for hard drive loops?
Hard drive loops do drop on him.
That's weird.
Dante's just weird in general.
Right.
I've heard a lot of people say.
All right, let's see what's going on here. Okay. Combos. Mistake. I think he meant to do hard drive.
I'm sure he meant to do the TK. Like he hesitated for a second there. You can tell he meant to do something completely different.
He should have just canceled there. right? Oh,
Probably.
why the hard drive? We're right here. Look, mash jab, but he still didn't get hit. What?
Yeah, this is the scramble.
So, I mean, what was your reaction? What was your reaction there? How, like, tell me, like, what was going through your mind right there?
Right at the end, right there.
Yeah.
I was really frustrated. I'm like, this should have punished. It was very
Mash
much that
jab.
sense of entitlement. Like, like he's coming down. He can't block after this. I'm gonna mash jab because it's an anti-air, kind of. And it didn't work. And then it was just that scramble. You see me go in a lot, do the unsafe zip. It's just like it's very much that that sense of entitlement. Like, well, you made a mistake. I messed up punishing it, so I'm gonna try and make up for getting a hit somehow. And then you can see our faces. You see Akbar, White Tower Akbar, literally
Oh my
face palming there.
God.
I'm just kind of took off my glasses, looking away.
Oh my goodness.
It's this. It was lit like pretty much that.
This is exactly what I wanted to get at, right, guys?
Yeah.
So look, you're pressing buttons, and if you had just slowed down, you would have thought maybe I could have just pressed S.
Yeah.
or I would have used a move with better active frames like grapple, right?
Yeah.
Because when grapple goes up, it's active the whole time until it gets to a hurt box.
Mhm.
So but you decided to go for a somewhat safer route, but not quite. How should I say this? Secure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was safer, but it was not as guaranteed
Yes.
that it's gonna happen.
And Akbar decided to make a read, but a read was kind of risky on his part as well. At that time you could have punished. If it went the other way, you would have just grappled him for
Yeah.
sure. Actually, it's kind of funny because I think if he went the other way, you would have punished him for sure. You would probably done a grapple or a bionic arm or whatever.
Yeah.
He went this way, and then you tried going that way, and then things didn't quite turn out the way it could have been.
It was.
So brings me to my point. It brings stress, man. All these buttons, all you have to do is just slow down, think about it. Look, like I got this amount of meter, he's got this amount of meter. He can bionic arm me, but I have
Hard drive.
I have
Oh,
I have armor.
Yeah.
And what I think Akbar should have done was just throw down a standing medium or something.
Yeah.
Just bam, hey, bionic arm through this. I don't care, right?
Just throw it out as a poke, and then
Yeah.
you can always fly cancel it,
Right.
and try and hard drive on a reaction, do anything.
Mhm. I mean, you could have grappled him and stuff, but really, honestly, look at that. Look at the people in the back.
Yeah, you can see Sean and his brother Spencer there, just kind of laughing at us. You see Mark like checking out.
Who's
the
that
scene.
guy with his mouth covered?
Oh, that is one of the Gaming Zone guys.
He's like, yo, that was crazy. But in fact, we're like, what the hell just happened?
It was very like you just like everybody here in the room is like laughing. They're like, what the hell's going on? And me and Akbar are just like,
Yeah. You get the point.
this was
Right,
embarrassing.
you get the point.
We're just both like looking away. That look of shame on our faces.
Oh
you
man.
you see Akbar. He's like,
Oh man.
I'm just like, damn it.
Yeah. So we want to avoid that scenario as
Yeah.
much as possible.
And I actually remember this moment. I actually had that same thought too. It was like, I need a moment to slow down. So I decided I picked go to character select so we can have a moment to cool down and like chill out. But
Yeah. So
yeah.
I mean, basically now I'm actually just gonna run into some of more scenarios in this tournament in general.
Yeah.
And then kind of compare and contrast some of the things that happens, which is good on your part and good on the bad part. So this is kind of good. This is kind of a scramble right here. Crossover counters. No punish though. Oh, look at that! Oh my god. See, that was kind of a good scramble though. It's one of those things that they were like, it's not random button presses. They weren't just like mash, push, block, or reversal super or something like that. It was just kind of like these. I think I'll catch him off guard with this crossover counter.
Yeah.
And it was, and it almost looked like you kind of took a note out of Angelic's book right there. He's like, oh, you crossover countered me, I'm gonna crossover counter you, right?
That's very much what it was. It's like, hey, that's a thing. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and then, like, I'm pretty sure no one would have seen that coming, and it's one of those moments where people actually get hyped. You know, like that's kind of cool. Those are the scrambles we kind of live for. But
Yes.
miss punishes and
And
super is going around, and that's not what we're looking for. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
not cool with us.
Right. And it's because you guys actually took the time to think about it. Probably, you probably thought, how do I get out of this pressure for at least 1 second?
Yeah.
1 real second, not yeah, 1 Marvel second. How about that? And then you're like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, right? I'm gonna move on a little bit more into some other round. Okay, this is another good round right here. Looks like, can you pause it real quick? Looks like this is too good. This is way too good right here. This is great.
Okay, so
basically, Samuji is gonna kill Doctor Doom, bam, right here,
yes.
and he's gonna come in with Sentinel with that amount of health. 6 seconds, right?
You can see he actually, if you go back a little longer, you see he made the combo as long as he could deliberately to try and run
that's
the timer out.
Dante. That's Dante.
It's Dante's forte.
Now let's see, 6 seconds. Dante and Devil Trigger. You'll actually see Devil Trigger will actually recover his red health. There's nothing the Sentinel can do about his red health.
Yeah, and you see, all Dante's a flight mode. All he has to
5
do
seconds.
is back away.
4
right?
seconds.
Jam session. Jab.
Jab.
Armor.
Why?
That's very much like, it's 3 seconds. You see Dante stay in. He calls jam session, which is unsafe.
Right?
He goes for the jab against the armor character. This is a pretty good example of
yeah, I mean,
not the best scramble.
Let's think about it. It's you got 3 seconds. You actually have about oh, what? Oh, they can actually see that?
Yeah.
How do I refresh? How do I clear that? Wow.
Alright, so,
okay.
So if you guys look closely at this, when we resume play, you can pinpoint the exact moment where his heart breaks.
Actually, you can't quite see there, but that's actually about a third of Devil Trigger. A third of Devil Trigger will for sure continue to clear out this red health and clear out this 3 seconds right here. Also, he has Thunderbolts and Vortex, which means there's nothing that... It's a mini hard drive versus a hard drive. And even if he were to get hit by a super, that actually damage scales and uses up a lot of time, right?
Yeah. You have the time taken for the flash, the zoom in, and the actual super. Yes,
correct. And then all that damage scaling and the hoo-ha, right?
Yeah.
And he decides to go for the jab.
Go for the double jab.
Damage isn't scaled because it starts from a normal. Super comes afterwards.
Time's up.
Time's up.
Well, why did I do that? That's what Dante's expression says right now.
Why did my owner and player do that? I don't know why he did that. Why?
Why did I shoot the robot?
Right? It's one of these things where it's like, if Samuji were to just kind of slow it down a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
There was actually no pressure for him to go in.
Yeah, like if he just stayed up, flew in the top right corner, Sentinel has nothing to get up there.
Right.
Except like medium and hard drive, which you can react to him jumping up with like unfly, and well, you'd probably wasted like 2 seconds getting up there and coming back down.
So there must have been something that kind of facilitates this thought process of not, wanting to go in and not quite keeping it out.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because you feel like you're in the lead and you don't feel the risk is that bad. Perhaps. We're going to watch some more videos and I'm going to point out a kind of a common theme that I want to point out sooner or later. I'm not sure why Zero got hit there.
Can't block up to the teleport.
I think it can.
Well, can he? I don't know.
Can you block over a teleport? I'm not too sure. So here we go, not too sure what's going on. Here comes kind of a different scramble. This is kind of a scramble right here.
I remember that.
But now we're going to go back. I see you're trying to...
I tried to punish Strider, messed it up.
It probably got crossed up. That would have been pretty dangerous. Nothing.
I was trying to team super. I remember that very vividly.
Alright. Well, we're gonna probably get into our little. Oof! Dante! Please! Oh, Frank West going shopping tonight. Oh, what's going on?
Buffering.
Right. Here we go. Oh, man. Whoa! That was pretty clutch. That was pretty clutch.
That was awesome.
So what did you do that time?
What did I do that time?
Yeah.
I buffered it during the roll.
Yeah, and the roll is invincible, right?
The roll is invincible, yeah.
Right. So
to an extent.
And so you canceled an invincible move into another invincible move.
Yes.
Alright, chip. Alright. Nice block. Oh! Oof! Oof! What was that?
That was anti-air.
What was that?
You know how the S works? It hits like 215 degrees around him.
What was that?
That was an anti-air.
How do you... What was that? How do you make two great reads within 10 seconds? 15.
Just noticing, he's an X Factor, so he's going to be really aggressive and try and go in.
All right.
In addition to that, once you have Strider in the corner here, there's nothing he can do to get out. He's got to eat the chip damage. The only thing you can really do, like, teleport characters are good at getting out of the corner because they can teleport. So of course that's going to be your first instinct.
Right. Okay. So it seemed that you recognized that they were going to be aggressive, and that you were going to capitalize on that mistake.
Yes.
All right. That's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys are going to see the common theme that I'm going to point out here, but definitely something starting here. There's something you might have not seen.
I might not have seen.
You might have not seen. All right, let's take a look. Brought to you by Broken Tier.
Shoutouts to Broken
Tier. Shoutouts to Broken Tier and Cookie. All right,
Cookie, please.
This is actually going to be E.G. Justin Wong versus BT Marlon Pie. Yeah, I wanted to use this match because Justin is basically like the example of calm playing.
Very patient.
Very
calm
patient.
Playing.
Correct.
He is actually one of my favorite players to watch because of that reason. Decides to go in right there.
Let's see here. I mean, this is typical of Wolverine stuff, so
yeah,
we'll see. You know, some of the other stuff that I wanted to point out later. How do I see the time?
Here we go.
Right.
Oh, there we go.
Right, here we go.
Okay, so you see, actually, I had a chance to play Justin. Like when me and Angelic went to Vegas recently. One thing I did notice, he does like to go for that instant overhead behind Akuma and delays the S to keep you in the fuzzy guard. And he'll just do it relentlessly until like you get impatient.
Yeah, because you kind of saw there. Actually, he kind of just backed off a little bit. Pretty basic stuff. He actually, after slowdown, he just up backs.
Yeah.
He doesn't try to go for. Yeah, he just went for option select. But then when the mist of veil or whatever ended, he called Akuma.
Yeah.
That's not coincidence. I'm pretty sure he looked at the time and said, "This is gonna end. I'm gonna call Akuma right now."
Yeah, it's very conscious effort, very patient, very.
Yeah. I mean, he basically waited for Marlon Pie to come and open himself up.
Yeah. And
he doesn't have to go out there and go crazy, try to hit him out from the air or grab him from the air, or do these crazy hit confirms, super jump hit confirms. Not known for that. He's just gonna wait for his opponent to open himself up.
Yeah.
There he gets the grab. I'm actually gonna skip ahead a little bit, guys. Bear with me.
No one wants to see this combo.
No one really wants to see this combo. Oh, look at that. Surprise. Alright, so gets hit by there. No biggie. No biggie. Alright, here we go.
Dead Wolverine.
A dead Wolverine.
So
let's see.
Most players right now would think of a way to get out of the incoming. He got hit for it.
Yeah, he tried to double or air dash out. Figure Marlon Pie actually tried to meaty him right there. Combo drop. Let's see what happens. Wow, did you see that? He actually just up backs and calls Akuma again. That's like his thing.
His thing.
Yeah, I mean, if he pressed a button there, he would have got EX Seismo.
Yes.
He would have basically died. So here we go. He's gonna wear out the X Factor.
I want to say it's a good example too of Marlon Pie dropped the combo and he ended up wasting a bar on EX
Yeah.
Seismo to try and pick it back up.
Okay, I just want to show you. They actually just tech the grab, and look what happens here. Marlon Pie, stand light, right away. Justin, down back,
Block.
right? There's this huge contrast of gaming, like style of playing, right?
Mhm.
Where Marlon Pie tries to think of ways to always be on the offensive,
Mhm.
always have situations that are on his side, right? And that's that's a very good tactic to use. Obviously he probably figures that not much Storm could do, but you know, Justin being smart, not mashing grab,
Yeah.
not pressing a button.
He just opts to be patient and
Yes,
let Marlon Pie have his aggression.
he's
for
gonna
now.
see what happens next. Oops, did you see
No.
that? He actually He actually whiffs a crouching light and still went for a crouching medium. It wasn't even a chain. Still, he's still pressing buttons.
Yeah.
Right? That's pretty crazy. Justin just barely, got out with his life, but there's definitely a difference here.
Yeah. You can see like a huge difference in these two players' play styles.
And there he just, figured he was gonna Mon Pie was gonna up back against the fireball, and now
Sniffs
he's
it
gonna
out,
call
gets
his
a
own.
throw. I actually like that.
Yes, that was so good.
You see whereas Marlon Pie is fishing for hits.
Yeah.
Justin is just like throwing out fireballs, playing patiently
Mhm.
until he sees like you're gonna not tech this throw.
Yeah, I mean it is very systematic. So just to let you know that he actually did standing S80 Doom from coming in. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we're gonna see what happens right here. He whiffed a standing S and he fell into a Kuma, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe he looked for a push block, or he tried to air dash or something, right? I don't know. Very systematic, It's these things that as long as you slow down your pace, you can actually think much clearer. Think, okay, this is probably the best case scenario for me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely some very good what's the word? Recognition from the players.
Mm. I
That's
was gonna say, do we have to pull out the dictionary this time? Oh, that's good.
be a thesaurus.
Yeah, these are some good matches, though. These are
Actually some very interesting. I'm kind of getting caught up just watching them.
Oh yeah.
Wow. I like that. Not the X
Whoa.
Factor, but
Yeah,
not X Factor, not the raw S, but I like him using that super to go through. That super will actually nullify projectiles.
the X Factor was to actually get a full punish on Storm, but it kind of works in his favor because it forced Storm to burn X Factor, but then he uses raw S, and it actually hits Kuma. Oh
Ooh.
man, see, the whole time Justin was being patient, right?
Mhm.
And then he's like, "All right, you're sniping my Akuma. I'm gonna do a really far normal to hit you," and he gets Seismo for it. I mean, there's always a time and place to press buttons, and I think actually at that time was probably the right time. But you always have to remember it's against the Viper, right?
Yeah, she
And
can
I mean,
always
right, Seismo, right? And Justin, he obviously had that in mind at the other matches, but he hasn't been punished before, so figured, maybe this would be the right time.
Yeah.
But obviously, pressing buttons doesn't really work in your favor all the time, right?
There's a time for it. There's a time to just block.
Yes, exactly. And blocking is not a bad thing. It really isn't.
I love blocking.
I
don't do it often, but
like a lot of people think. Well, I mean, basically, blocking is kind of it can be really bad in this game, but it's not always bad, right?
It's not always bad.
Can't always be bad.
Blocking is the best. I think blocking is very good in this game.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
I mean, you obviously want to get out of situations, but if the call arises, then boom. He actually teched another grab, and Viper came down with another button.
I think Viper just lucked out that they were so close to the ground that time. Then.
Yeah. Oh. There we go. Let me bring it in. More. I'm gonna bring it forward a little bit more. Just a little bit more. By the way, this YouTube video is actually called Impossible Blocking.
Impossible.
Right here.
Ooh. A lot of that was just a left right though.
You see? Basically,
Actually,
nothing. He didn't push block.
yeah. Actually, what I like seeing, I liked he actually chicken blocked in the middle of it, so he
Mhm.
wouldn't have to deal with the high lows
The high lows and the grab at the bottom
and the
if
grab at
he,
the
if he
bottom.
lands.
Like I actually saw in the last match, he got thrown between
Yeah.
some of Amaterasu's junk.
hmm
So I think he was very aware of that, and this time, jumped to avoid that situation as well as the high low at the same time.
Yeah. And I mean, I just wanted to point out that he actually didn't push block. There was no point in like pressing a button or try to maybe like guess a grab or teching it. He's just plain blocking
He was
and just
content
went
with
for it.
just sitting there.
All right, so I see in the stream chat someone's saying that avoiding is far better than blocking, but how can you avoid if you're within your opponent's normals? Basically, if something's coming at you. What I'm trying to say is that pressing buttons is not as good as blocking.
Yes.
I'm not saying that blocking is not good as avoiding. There's a difference. But yes, you're correct.
I mean, I'd rather be like all the way across the screen from a Wolverine
Right?
in
Yeah,
the corner
yeah.
if I could, but
But if you're close, you would rather not press buttons.
yes,
right?
I'd rather not, be mashing my one frame less jab.
But yeah, so that's all I had to say about that, really. And then basically from here, he kills Viper and he sees, look, 3 characters. Even though Doctor Doom, even though he has the lead right now,
I like how he actually backed off right there, knowing he doesn't have to push his lead that much.
he's still blacking. He's still backing off. There's no reason for him to go in. He's got 0 meter, and Doctor Doom has 3 meters and an X Factor.
This is actually the type of play like I personally always try to like.
Right here, he hasn't even called his assist. He could call Storm to chip him out, but why
but
bother?
He's not going to take that risk.
Right? Yeah, exactly. The risk is very little, but why bother taking it?
Yeah.
Right? Oh,
Ooh.
yeah. He came forward, kind of feinted it, the mix up, but he didn't really go for it. Right? And that's basically. See, then Marlon Pike goes in, and then he gets punished.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's all you need to do. There's just no point in having to
He tried
TAC reset.
techie at TAC.
And this is not gonna work because all you have to do is press 2
Team Super.
buttons.
This
Right.
is actually very much a style of play I like to try and emulate. Is like when you have the lead, there's no reason to go in unnecessarily, risk getting
Right.
happy birthday. Like
Right.
you just chill out. Like, well, you have X Factor. I'm not gonna go in and be
Yeah.
dumb and get hit.
And it's not necessarily just a style of play. It's more of a kind of a decision making thing too.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you're kind of all up in
your grill.
yeah, if people are like all up in your grill and things are happening, whoa, things are moving a million miles per hour, you want to press a button, and then all of a sudden then you lose.
Yeah.
Right? When you could just go, you know what, I'm gonna take the defensive right now and turn it into neutral. I'm gonna, instead of thinking about how do I turn it into my favor, people should more think about how do I reset it so that I can play a much more secure and safe style of gameplay, right?
Yeah, very much like a don't think about how do I win, how do I reset it to 0 so that we can just start over and start over with a clean slate, basically.
It's basically you just need to have confidence in yourself, I feel.
Yeah, that's a phrase I hear a lot lately. Is just have confidence in your neutral.
This is actually not what I was looking for. That's okay, I got it right here. So I just wanted to bring it back. Before I said there were some of those like really clutch moments. Do you remember? Like perhaps Muji doing the 1,000,000 carrots.
Yeah.
And then you doing the anti-air and the anti-air super as well. Those are actually, if you guys have not noticed, they were actually created by you having one character and being like having not the life lead. So I feel as if there's something about you being down like on the life lead and having just one character kind of like puts this mindset of like, all right, I had 3 characters, but now I only have 1. So I must have fucked up at least twice, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to do that again because I only have 1 character and I don't have X Factor, right? So I need to really slow it down, really look at the mistakes or look at the gameplay and go, all right, this is what I need to do to counter it.
Yeah,
right?
I think a lot of players don't do that. Like
Hmm.
well, don't do that regularly. Like they'll
Yeah,
only happen when you're literally on your last like character, last
right.
no X factor. Like you can't make any more mistakes.
Actually, I
Um,
think this is too far.
a lot of players will just ignore that whole looking at the
Is
neutral
this the
playing
one?
patient until that point.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's very much something I think a lot more players need to be more aware of. Is just have that mentality all the time. Don't just wait until you're on your last leg.
Hmm.
Don't wait until you have like Strider without X Factor to make the really good reads, or Dante without X Factor to make the really good reads.
Right. Um.
Like you see, especially with like teams with beam assists, like there's no reason, well, no excuse basically not to go in if that assist
Yeah.
is not down.
Yeah. And I think that a lot of times, um, people just feel like I have an assist. I can actually just kind of, do something unsafe and still be safe with an assist, right?
Mhm.
So that's why a lot of times people that have like maybe the first character or their second character with one assist can actually facilitate a lot of unsafe gameplay just because they feel like they're safe,
Yeah,
right? Instead of actually scouting out different mistakes that your opponent is doing, you're actually just going in and kind of playing your game, right? Which is kind of what you need to do, but at the same time, if he actually just saw like there's no other way he's gonna go in besides either dashing forward or teleport, right?
yeah.
So here
So
it's kind of a tough break for him right here. So, Aich. But yeah, that's So now Sumuji is not in the lead right now. Well, I mean, not right now.
not right now. No, he is.
Yeah, I mean, he might have the life lead, but he is actually fighting against Ouroboros, and he actually has like low health ish.
Like even
Right.
at that health, I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
yeah,
Strider could get a hit and kill him.
yeah. So now he's kind of thinking about it, right? And then he actually said, "All right, I'm gonna wait for you to teleport." And it's all because like we have these just one character, and then we're very focused.
Yeah,
We're very in tune.
it's very much end of the match. Like you can't flub it up this time
Exactly,
basically.
exactly. And that's and the same thing that went on from him and from you. And instead, what we're trying to say is that you actually need to just play it all together.
Hmm.
Right? So that's what this segment was actually really all about. Basically, it's kind of to bring um, your mindset to a.
Slow it down, rein in your thoughts. Just
Yes.
you know, always trying to have that mentality. Like
Yep.
if you can have, if pretty much if you can make clutch plays like that
Mhm.
towards the end, why not do it all the time?
Right? Why not just do it at the beginning?
Yeah.
You know, you
It's like
don't.
a lot of players obviously have that ability to slow it down, play patient at the end. So they should be able to do that at any time during the match.
Yeah,
And
must be something about Marvel.
it's that Marvel,
It's something about the Marvel crack,
the Marvel crack.
right? People just want to go in. They just want to press buttons, or I always hear about you must play faster, right? It's
Yeah.
actually a common tip amongst players, but playing faster means like your assist is out there, now go in, right? That's playing faster, not press more buttons or
Yeah.
how do I become so active with my defense where I can just press a button and hit everything, right? It's not like you don't have a moment where you can just beat everything. Like, there's no like go-to move that you can just do besides
Bionic arm.
well, maybe bionic arm, you can people can block that.
But yeah, I get what you mean. It's
Yeah.
very much yeah. Continue your rant.
Right. Well, that's all I gotta say about that,
Yes.
and tonight too.
That was our special segment. Slow and steady wins the race.
Yes.
Hope
So
you guys enjoyed it. Hope it was very enlightening.
yeah, I mean, hey, don't forget, actually, our Ranbat is coming out in 2 days.
Dose.
Those days on Saturday, the 22nd. Today's the 20th.
Today is the 20th.
So don't forget, if you're already watching the stream, watch it again on Friday. Oh wait, no, Saturday afternoon.
Tune back in.
What time was it gonna start? 1 o'clock. 1
1
o'clock.
o'clock.
Starting with KI, I believe.
And Cross
Then Cross Tekken. Then Street Fighter AE.
Then Mob.
Then Marvel. All right. So it's gonna be good. Don't forget, catch this tournament, and then we're gonna have actually catch SoCal Regionals next week. Level Up Live. Because that's gonna be a major that most of our Arizona players are gonna be at.
I'm pretty sure everyone in this
Yeah.
room, bar John Toy, is going to be there.
Yeah, we're gonna be looking to do a lot of damage and make a lot of noise.
AZ
And yeah, what
gonna
was
be
that?
up there.
Yeah, kicking ass and taking names or whatever.
Yes, I'm here to kick ass and take names.
I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum.
I'm all out of
And
bubblegum.
I'm all out of bubblegum. Alright,
You
guys.
actually-
What?
We should announce. We actually, if you guys aren't aware, SCR, there will be an exhibition between Angelic, BT Angelic, our very own, one of our top players, and B. What's his B-ball? I don't know what he goes by
like
now.
Canada Cup Gaming's B-ball.
Canada versus Arizona.
Yes.
So
It's gonna be
tune in
good.
for
A lot of money, a lot of heckling, and a lot of trash. A lot of buttons. For
Oh,
sure,
man.
for sure. A lot of salt. Alright, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Catch us out at the Rambats, and we'll definitely see you soon.
Later.
Alright, what's the esports music sound like? I
don't know. Doesn't it sound like the cheesy like 80s news?
Alright, Mega Man music, that's cool too. Where's the Metal Man? The Metal Man is like my jam.
I don't even recognize any of their themes. Yo, OC remix? You have those things?
Metal Man goes clubbing.
Mega Man goes clubbing?
Oh my.
I can't hear it.
Right, how can you have a closing song and not like... Oh, they can hear it, okay.
Okay. Well,
Well
closing
guys,
song's whack.
good night, sweet dreams, and oh my. Oh yeah.
What?
Did you already mute us?
Well, we're here on... Oh yeah,
I
the
know.
curtain's over. Go.
I mean, they can still hear us.
Stop watching.
I mean, you can cut it off whenever you want, right?
I have to work in the morning, you guys.
No, please. Yeah, why not play tomorrow? I'll stay till like 12:30. Cause I got work tomorrow.
I got work in like... Yeah, man, you gotta be at school at 7:30. I gotta be at work at 7.
Man, I gotta be
Let's
folding.
leave.
I gotta be folding shirts.
Why are we still have the headphones on? Why do we still... Bye.